Why your waist matters. The wider your waist, the smaller your brain. It sounds sensational, but research has linked excess abdominal fat with poorer brain health and in some studies differences in brain size. And that's tell us something important. Your waist isn't simply about appearance. It can be a window into your metabolic health. Let me explain why. Not all body fat behaves in the same way. Subcutaneous fat, which sits beneath the skin, is a safe form of fat storage. The classic pear shape around the hips and thighs support women's physiological demands of pregnancy and lactation. On the other hand, visceral fat lies deep inside the abdomen, surrounding organs such as the intestine, or accumulates inside organs resulting in a fatty liver or fatty pancreas. This is generally described as an apple shape and carries greater metabolic risk. And don't be fooled by the bathroom scales. Some people appear slim but carry inconsistent abdominal fat, sometimes described as toffee, thin outside, fat inside. Why do we store fat? Fat storage itself is not a biological mistake. It was an extraordinary survival mechanism. During periods of abundant food, humans stored energy for times of scarcity. The problem today is that we live in an environment of continuous food availability. A survival advantage can become a metabolic liability when the environment changes. Why is belly fat dangerous? Visceral fat isn't an inert bag of calories. It behaves like an endocrine and immune organ, which can contribute to chronic low-grade inflammation and insulin resistance. Visceral and ectopic fat are strongly associated with metabolic dysfunction, fatty liver, type 2 diabetes, and cardiovascular disease. Alcohol can add significantly to the problem, hence the common expression beer belly. Chronic stress may contribute to persistently elevated cortisol signaling, can influence appetite, glucose metabolism, and abdominal fat distribution. How do we measure it? BMI cannot tell you where your fat is stored or distinguish fat from muscle. A simple waist measurement can therefore provide valuable additional information about central obesity and metabolic risk. Neck circumference can act as a useful surrogate marker of upper body and central adiposity. Modern technology has provided better tools. Bioelectric impedance is simple and practical. DEXA scan is more accurate and relatively cheaper than CT and MRI scans, the gold standard. But for everyday use, never underestimate the information contained in a simple tape measure. How to reverse central obesity? Visceral fat is metabolically active and it can respond to lifestyle changes. Start with the basics. Replace ultra-processed food with whole food. Limit alcohol. Prioritize protein, vegetable, healthy fats such as avocado, oily fish, nuts and seeds. Use cardio exercise to improve fitness and insulin sensitivity, resistance training to preserve and build muscle. Protect your sleep, manage chronic stress. Losing a modest amount of excess body weight can produce meaningful improvement in visceral fat and metabolic health. And remember, body weight tells you how heavy you are. Your waist tells you where your metabolic risk may be hiding. Fat was designed to keep us alive during scarcity, but excess fat spilling into your abdomen and liver turned the ancient survival system working against us. And here's something you can do today. Find a tape measure and measure your waist, because sometimes the important information isn't on the scales. Thank you.